English story time.
Episode 11. Holly and the Rain Tree. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the heart of a lush forest, there lived a little girl named Holly. Holly was a curious and adventurous child, with a mop of curly brown hair and a contagious giggle. But there was one thing that made Holly truly special. She loved rainy days. While other children might have been disappointed by the gray skies and puddles, Holly saw rainy days as an opportunity for adventure. She would bundle up in her warmest clothes and set out into the forest, her bright yellow rain boots squelching in the mud. One particularly rainy day, Holly set out to explore the forest with her best friend, a wise old owl named Hoot. Hoot had lived in the forest for many years, and he knew all its secrets. He had promised to show Holly something special on this rainy day, and she was eager to see what it might be. As they flew through the trees, Hoot pointed out the different creatures that called the forest home. He showed Holly the rabbits and squirrels, the birds and the bees.
"Look, Holly,"
he said, his voice low and mysterious.
"do you see that tree over there with the big, gnarled trunk and the branches that twist and turn?"
Holly looked where Hoot was pointing, and she saw a beautiful old tree that seemed to be reaching up towards the sky. The leaves were a deep shade of green, and the bark was covered in moss and lichen.
"That's the rain tree,"
Hoot said, his eyes shining with excitement.
"It's the most magical tree in the forest, and it only reveals its secrets on rainy days like today."
Holly's eyes widened with wonder as Hoot led her closer to the tree. As they approached, the leaves began to rustle and shimmer, and the bark seemed to glow with a soft, golden light.
"The rain tree has the power to grant wishes."
Hoot whispered, his voice barely audible over the sound of the rain.
"But you have to be very careful what you wish for, or the tree might not understand."
Holly thought for a moment, her mind racing with all the things she could wish for. She could wish for a new bike, or a trip to the beach. She could wish for a special treat, or a new toy. But then she had an idea.
"I wish for a rainy day every day."
She said, her voice barely above a whisper.
"I love rainy days, and I want to have them all the time."
The rain tree seemed to consider Holly's wish for a moment, and then, with a soft rustling of leaves, it granted her wish. The sky darkened, and the rain grew heavier. The thunder rumbled, and the lightning flashed. Holly laughed with joy, twirling around in the rain. She knew that she would never tire of rainy days, and she was grateful to the rain tree for granting her wish. And as she looked up at the tree, she saw that it was smiling down on her, its branches reaching out like arms to hug her tight. From that day on, Holly had rainy days every day, and she knew that she would always have the support of the rain tree, watching over her and granting her wishes whenever she needed them.